Part 2. This is a channel message. We are not using the card. You do need to see part 1. If you're seeing this, you are a creator of some kind, or a healer or teacher. Okay? In particular, you're very self-conscious. Maybe you have something to do with teeth too. But you're very self-conscious. So you are capable of doing spiritual things, but you're not doing them with actual tarot cards, which is why this is being channeled instead of tarot. You're intrigued by tarot, but it's not what you want to do. I am getting, you are very nervous. You're getting this inkling. You're probably on people's FYP pages, okay? Whatever it is you're creating, people are seeing it. And they are responding to your spiritual gift, and you're trying to figure out if, like, it's a fluke? Is it real? The truth is, it's real. Okay? But you're being held back for some reason because you're unsure. You're very self-conscious about moving down this direction into the woo-woo of spirituality. So, I have been sent as a channeled message with no cards, because I can do it that way as well. That's what we need. That's what I can deliver. To tell you it's time to stop pretending that you don't have power in your voice. It's time to stop pretending that you're just a motivational speaker, when in reality, your words change the very foundation of people's souls. You rearrange timelines. You speak power. You speak life. You bring healing with your words. This is very, very strongly some kind of speaking gift, but it's not just teaching, not just music, not just tarot or healing or spells. People hearing these have all different kinds of gifts. It's your words in particular. You speak power in life. And okay, it's almost like what you're saying, you're putting under the guise of being motivational, but it's actually inspired and intuitive speaking. What you're doing with healing, especially like an herbalist, is for some reason when people sit down with you and have tea with you and talk with you, their life gets better. How does that happen? It is speaking spells, creating magic with your words, but not, you don't take notice you're doing it. And you don't want to name it as spiritual because of your background and your upbringing. You probably are very religious. I said this in the first part. This is coming through as potentially religious. If not religious, very much grew up in a way where those things didn't happen. Or we just didn't talk about it. I'm getting, in particular, your mother's side. I'm also getting something with hands here. Dark colored veins on the hands. You had some kind of maternal person in your life who did this, and you still go back to them when you need it. Okay, like their cooking could heal people. And you knew when they brought over cookies, everyone was healed. Why? Because they were infusing magic, they were infusing spirituality, they were using their gifts without using their words. Okay? The thing with your gifts is it includes your words. So you can make those cookies, but if you don't speak that healing to the person, if you don't pray that healing for that person, if you don't verbalize, your gift is very verbal. If you don't verbalize, then all of the rituals, all of the kindness, all of the faith doesn't work for you. Your manifestations come as a result of your words. Your change comes as a result of your words. Okay? Spirit has been telling you this. Angels have been telling you this. God has been telling you this. However you choose to use this is up to you. But you need to realize that you've been toying with it, dipping your toe in it, thinking about it. People are seeing it. People are seeing it in your videos, in things that you talk about. When you speak, power comes. When you speak, life happens. When you speak, manifestations happen. When you speak, people heal. Okay? If you're posting content or creating content of any kind, check the comments. People are claiming, people are commanding, people are believing. Yes, that's me. Yes, that's who I am. I needed to hear this. Even if you are doing cooking, herbal, magic, spells, things like that, you're doing something in there. When your voice speaks, you bring power. Now, there's a warning in this. Spirit or God says, you do not need to repeat yourself. Okay? Let me say it again. Let me repeat that you do not need to repeat yourself. When you're dealing with certain people, when you are dealing with boundaries, when you're dealing with work, you say it once and you're done. If you have someone who will not respect the power of your voice, which is your spiritual gift, you don't speak to them. You write emails, you send text. If you are in a situation where friends are crossing boundaries, you speak it once and you're done. Because they are dismissing your power. They're dismissing who you are and what you bring. And that needs to end. That's the first thing you're being told. That's your warning. Second thing you're being told is you can 100% choose how and where you use these gifts. That's part of your hesitation. You don't know how to apply this with your current life. Now, you could choose to fully embrace this side of you and do the woo-woo gifts where everyone can see it, like I am. Or you could choose to do it on kind of the sidelines, the way you're comfortable with. How far you want to reach will be determined on what venue you use. So, if you can speak truth and healing to people, but you only do it through prayer, and there are people who do not want to go to a church for prayer, how do you broadcast that healing? How do you do that healing and reach more people? Now, if you're fine with 20, 100 people only, then you stay where you're at. If you're wanting a larger audience, if you want to reach worldwide, if you want to see how far your gift can take you, you might have to look outside of what you're comfortable with. That's how it goes in life. Sometimes you have to look more. I'm telling you though, I'm telling you so strongly, when I see your videos, I hear power change. When I see your videos, when I hear your videos, there is power there. There is not power in what you create. Please understand that. That's your venue. It is in your voice. Okay? Your voice holds power. Your voice holds creation. Your voice holds healing. Your voice can make people jump timelines, can stop negativity, curses, anything in its tracks. Do you see this? As someone who uses my voice, I know that right there was trying to prevent you from getting this message so that you did not get comfortable speaking. Okay, you have a powerful gift. Creation became because of speaking. Death, the power of life and death are in the tongue. He spoke and the waves were calm. Do you hear this? The ability to speak and transform lives, energy, past lives, and futures is an incredible spiritual gift that you have. And you're being shy about it. And this message has found you because it is now time for you to move forward. Either do it where you're comfortable or step all the way in and embrace who you are. This entire message is not required to have tarot cards, if you have not noticed. It's been about 10 minutes on this one, 12 plus 2 more on the other one. I don't need tarot cards to be able to channel and speak. I don't need tarot cards for angels to speak through me. It's just helpful sometimes as a tool. I don't need crystals to put up a protection boundary on my life. I don't need crystals to call in manifestations. They help? Yes. Required? No. You do what you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable grabbing a cup of tea and sitting down and pouring life into people and just sitting there chatting at the camera, do it. Because that's your style. If you're comfortable writing music and singing to people and using your voice to sing, do it. Start where you're at, where you're comfortable, and use that gift because it's so powerful. It is so powerful that you have spent your lifetime wondering why people did not listen when you spoke, because you knew you spoke truth. You knew you spoke healing. You spent a lifetime going, oh, am I wrong? Should I not be speaking up? Should I be quiet? And you probably had a lot of people who tried to quiet you. It's done. I declare that over your life. It's done. Their curses, they're holding you back. They're preventing people from hearing your voice. It's done. Put it in the comments. Claim it if you're ready to move forward into this new beginning for yourself of using your spiritual gifts and your spiritual calling. Because I can tell you, having been there, you are struggling to stay in that motivational, I'm not really spiritual, but I think I am, energy. Go for it. Start calling it what it is. You work with energy. You heal people. You transform people. You set up protection. You create. And it is done with your voice. Call it in. Claim it. Speak it out loud, my dears. Speak it out loud. Speak everything out loud for yourself. The more you speak out, the stronger your gift gets. Okay? Can't wait to see what you do next. Because I know once you fully embrace this, you're going to be powerful beyond belief. And I'm looking forward to it. See you in the next one.